October 9th, 1864. Sheridan has set up camp just north of the Shenandoah, intent on pursuing Jubal A. Early the next day. Major General Early had different ideas. At 5 in the morning, he gave an all-or-nothing attack on the Union troops, catching them completely off guard. It would have gone a little something like this. Hearing the sound of cannon, Sheridan rode hard south, and upon arriving rallied his fleeing men and turned the whole battle around a bit like this. Today, Anthony, commanding the Union, and Nathan, commanding the Confederates, refight the battle to see how they fare in the general's shoes. For today's game, we will be using the rules and provided scenario from Altar of Freedom, a 6mm Civil War gaming system made by the people over on Little Wars TV. Link in the description. To simulate fog of war, we will be using flags to represent divisions until they get close enough to be revealed. How will our players work with this? Let's hear their plans. So, general plan of attack for the upcoming battle. I'm going to have Emory's 2 divisions set up defensive positions at the river north of Belle Grove, while I have Crook fall back as quickly as he possibly can. Wright and Torbert going to support Emory. From there, we're going to hold off until them darn Confederates break against our walls. Then when I see a good opportunity, I'm going to push back.
General Anthony, he doesn't stand a chance. Now, my strategy, which will surely be superior to his, is this. My bases are here and here. Now, with my dummy units, I plan on making a feint up here to the west, supported by my cavalry. If any of his units come near it, I will attack them with my cavalry, thus allowing my dummy units to stay secretive. Meanwhile, my main force will go up here to the east, hoping to get above Middleton, while a smaller support unit will go up straight through the center. That will be the main thrust of my attack. If either gets overwhelmed, hopefully the other part of the unit can support it. Hopefully I can pick off as much as possible at the start and be able to hold once the main force of his attack comes at me.
In honor of the history of miniature wargaming, we too are playing this game on the floor, much like our predecessor H.G. Wells with his very first recreational war game.
Well, let's advance.
At 5 a.m., Nathan commands his forces to rush the enemy lines, revealing the 1st Union Division. Nathan's weary soldiers throw themselves upon the recently awakened Union lines. All seems in his favor when Lady Luck intervenes. The Union player rolls 6 after 6 after 6,
The defeat.
effectively halting the Confederates' advance through the valley. However, the Confederates are not completely stopped, as their right flank marches unhindered towards Middletown,
All right.
and one of their brigades is able to sneak past the enemy and loot a Union camp.
8 and 3.
As the morning drags on, the conflict in the valley grows fierce. The Confederates successfully push back one Union brigade, and, with the assistance of cannons on a nearby hill, force back another brigade, leaving the Union cannon dangerously exposed. Meanwhile, the Union player tentatively moves hidden divisions, trying to set up for a later attack.
These guys to there.
In a moment of heroic effort, one of the Union brigades rallies and
direction.
charges through the Confederate lines, approaching within centimeters of one of the Confederates' precious generals, but leaves them open to being outflanked by the Confederate right wing. To prevent this, Anthony moves one of his dummy markers in an attempt to scare the Confederates from following through with the envelopment. The feint works, and allows the Union to finish organizing and launch a brutal assault upon the Confederate lines, All along the multi-mile battle line, Confederate brigades are forced further and further back.
It's back here.
There's no end to it all.
Yeah.
Bringing the Confederate general once more under threat. With a lucky roll, General is able to gallop away from the pursuing Union troops without harm. However, the joy of this victory is quickly squashed by the might of a Union cavalry charge on the left flank. Forward. Leaving Jubilee Early himself under direct threat of Union cavalry. Right on into there. Now let's see about this general. How does he turn out? And finds his horse cut out from under him.
Find me a new horse. Remove the general from play, but he returns at the turn's end.
I gotta try here. These guys spin around, revealing their backs to everyone. Attack like that.
With his forces in chaos and morale at an all-time low, Nathan concedes the battle, and his scattered troops file off the table.
So things didn't go quite to plan. I got bottled up on all three sides. My feint never even happened. My main column got blocked by one unit. The woods slowed down any chance I had for reinforcements. My general's horse got shot. But all in all, we did terribly.
Victory for the Union! So I know how I said at the start of things I'd play defensively. Hide behind the river and wait for him to come to me. But I saw an opportunity with Emery, took it, and it paid off. Started smashing him and pushing through the entire Confederate lines until I was inches from his general. In the end, he ended up conceding the victory. We both had fun.